spent a nice little Mother's Day with the fam. And to watch some basketball. Just kind of focus on the next series, understanding we didn't know who we were playing until yesterday, but just mentally reset and refresh. And so this is a grind, as we all know, going through these playoff runs, and any break that you can get, one, to take care of your bodies, but also just relax a little bit. It always helps in the long run. So nice to take advantage of that and not have our own Game 7 yesterday.
You said your finger after Game 6 was really hurting. Can you say how much better it is just having a couple days?
Definitely better. We'll see tomorrow. Just in terms of, like, you can't simulate it with a game-like experience, contact and intensity and all that type of stuff. But definitely better than it felt on Friday.
Your sister tweeted something about staying neutral, and can you imagine what this will be like for your family?
I can't, actually. I just know watching Seth play, I get nervous watching him, like on TV and stuff. And for them as family and parents that support us all the way through the ranks, now to be in a situation like this where I guess technically it's a win-win for them. They're going to the finals regardless. But, it's kind of crazy to think we're on this stage and get to play in front of our family, and just the amount of just happiness and joy that comes with, or that comes with that is crazy.
What's impressed you most about the kind of player he's become?
I mean, he's had a very interesting journey to get to where he's at, and dealing with some significant injuries and surgeries as well, where he missed 2 entire years basically coming out of college, and this past year. So for him to just grind and understand that he belonged on this level is just it's going to take a different path, and his confidence in himself never wavered. He works hard, and you can tell why. Having missed the entire year last year, that Portland wanted him, and why he's in the rotation. So it's been fun to watch him just kind of defy the odds in that sense, and be who he is.
Did you have any games as kids? Did you play in the driveway?
Well, for sure.
Each other? Like, what team were you? What team was he?
That's a good question. He always loved Tracy McGrady. That was his favorite player growing up. Mine was Reggie. So it's kind of a little different era, but it's just back and forth, one playing one-on-one, all the normal kind of stereotypical story you hear. That's all we used to do growing up. Got pretty heated at times, like it does with brothers, and he always accused me of cheating. I didn't give him foul calls and all that type of stuff. So pretty standard relationship in that sense. But it's wild. We haven't really got to play in the summer times as much recently because of injuries and surgeries and different schedules and all that type of stuff. But I know my parents probably have stories for days around what they used to watch when me and him were out there playing.
How much does he accuse you of cheating in actual games now?
I think there was one game this past season where he sent me a picture of me defending him, and I was reaching across his body. And it's like, still to this day, they don't call a foul on you when it's me. But I guess that's not hard to believe at how much I foul in general anyway, right?
Any kind of bet like you guys had All-Star Weekend?
Say what?
Any kind of bet for this series like you had All-Star Weekend?
Nah, it's just winner takes the Western Conference championship, representing their team in the finals. So I don't need any extra kind of novelty bet for this one. Stakes are already high enough. For sure.
Does he ask you any parenting advice now that he has a baby?
I think most of it is just from observing, just like we did with our parents growing up. I mean, it's definitely not calling asking how to change a diaper or nothing like that. It's just you all go through the experiences you're around, and you see, as every parent knows, there's no real preparation until you actually get get in it yourself. So it's been fun to watch that part of his life unfold too.
You remember the first time he beat you?
Actually, I don't.
He's never beat you.
He's beat me before. I just don't remember when the first one was. Like there wasn't like a mark this day on the calendar type of day.
Not for you or for him?
He probably, maybe he has the answer. Yeah, I probably might have blocked it out of my memory.
Does it happen very often?
He knows how to compete. Like obviously, when I was growing up, size differential and all that, big brother used to win most of them, but he was nice. He was skilled when we were growing up, so it wasn't easy for sure.
How is Portland's three shooting game, 3-point game different and unique than Houston? What did their guards do that create a unique challenge for the Warriors?
I mean, we know what Dame and CJ are capable of. They're amazing scorers, amazing playmakers. They have the ability to create space and shot, most possessions and most matchups. But for the most part, it's a little bit more traditional in the sense of, they run pick and rolls. They have some play sets where they can move bodies without the ball and try to create shots that way. But at the end of the day, most of their offense is created through those two guys, and you got to be aware of where they are. You got to send bodies. It's a full 48, so they can get hot at any time. And, sometimes, like we kind of put out, most good offense beats good defense. They make tough shots. You can't really, get down. You got to go right back at them, but and they have guys that can space the floor too. Obviously Seth, Al Farouk, Mo Harkless. They got guys that can hit timely shots, but the majority of what they do is through those two guys, and you gotta be ready for them.
You've had some pretty memorable moments against Portland, and you were pretty demonstrative after those moments. If Seth is the victim of it this time, do you tone the celebration up or do you tone it down because it's your brother?
It's great. Whatever happens is going to be because of the moment. Yeah. It's never me looking across.
I'm sorry, sir.
Nah, there's no sensitivity to that because I know if he's the one that's getting the better end of the stick that night, he's gonna let me know too.
Did he let you know when he had a good run against you?
Oh, for sure, he let me know.
How's Kevin's team? Steve just talked to us and said that it's still going to be a little time. He hasn't been on the court, and everybody just relax. Don't rush him back. How do you kind of sense he's dealing with all this?
I mean, it's obviously tough. Anytime you're in the playoffs and you're missing games, nobody likes that vibe. And I know he wants to support us until he gets back. Positive energy and all that type of stuff, but it's just tough when you're going through rehab and missing games. But obviously with his progress, it'll come as it does, and I know he's giving himself every opportunity to get back as soon as possible, and we'll be ready for him when he's ready. So our job is obviously to take advantage of the home court, game 1 and 2, and get off to a good start this series and continue to build momentum, as the series goes.
Seth, what have you seen with DeMarcus's work and just what his mindset might be knowing that he wants to be back?
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. I know when we were in Houston and you obviously advance, it stretches the calendar, so opportunity for him to come back, it becomes more real in that moment. I don't know what that means in terms of when he will be able to pass all his tests and all that type of stuff, but it's the same kind of vibe. He's putting the work in, staying engaged, so that when he is on the floor, that transition hopefully be pretty smooth, and he'll be able to help us win basketball games.
How are the Blazers better or more dangerous than the last time you faced them in the playoffs 2 years ago?
I mean, I'm not sure. They have most of the same cast of characters, and Enes Kanter's probably and Seth in terms of some additions that they have, but they have run the same sets mostly. Dame and CJ are better players, so you got to be prepared for that. And they're more confident. Probably they've been through some tough series, and they've obviously battled back to get to this point this year. So you got to be ready for just a higher intensity, probably.
Has CJ taken his game to another level since then, or has he always been? He's been in this level for a while.
I mean, he's gotten better for sure, and it's really only gauged by the moments that you get to showcase it in. So, a Game 7 in the Western Conference semis shows you what type of player he is. And when you play in these games that matter over and over again, it kind of speaks for itself. So, he's obviously always been talented, always been able to put the ball in the basket, and just doing it in big games.
Steph, you know the hype of going back to your hometown to play games. For Damian, he's had some good showings in Oakland, and can you imagine what that's like for him too, to on this stage now?
I mean, I'm sure it's definitely special for him, and he obviously represents Oakland everywhere, and the opportunity that he gets. And I understand obviously this is the last year at Oracle too, so it'll be special for him and his family, and growing up right down the street from Oracle. But unfortunately, I don't want it to be a happy ending for him. I want it to be for us. So that's our job.
As someone who's kind of like taken to Oakland, what do you think of his ambassadorship of the city? You like how he represents and what he stands for and how he kind of moves?
For sure, he never forgets where he came from, and I think a lot of his personality and the way he plays the game, the way he talks about his game, and the way he represents himself is a byproduct of where he's from, and that never changing. So a lot of people I talk to that are from here and have followed him in his journey, they're nothing but proud of the way he represents the city and continues to put him on the map in terms of, called real Brookfield, right? That's where it's part of who he is, and that's special for sure.